actually just had some real life Jehovah's Witnesses. So, in upgrade level section, let's finish all what we're going to do. So my champion would go there, where it says select champion. Directly to the right of that, I have a button that says champions. That is a quick selection to the other place where I upgrade my artifacts. Again, I have these blue buttons, which are the 4 main things I want to do. So in upgrade level, on my champions level, all these guys are max level. So on someone like this girl, the duelist, she's at level 31. She's a 4-star. She's going to max out at level 40. So down here, see her experience, and then I would put her champions. I would feed in there would be these 1-stars. So I'll put a couple of them in there. I can only put 6 in them at a time. Then of course, more starred heroes give more experience, and then I press upgrade. It costs silver to upgrade them. So I just did a bunch of 3s and 4s, and I used to have around 600k, and now we're getting low. So next we're going to go upgrade rank. So as soon as I click upgrade rank, it's going to let me know which heroes can be upgraded in rank. A little red dot there. So you can see I have all these 5s waiting to go to 6s, all these 4s waiting to go to 5s, and then I have all these 3s waiting to go to 4s. And then if I keep scrolling down, I had some 2s waiting to go to 3s, but I used them and then I ate them. And then, as you can see, this girl is a level 19, and she is going to max out at 20, and then I will be able to use her for food as a 3-star. Next thing is upgrade skills. So every dude has some skills. This guy right here, I have maxed his skills, so he can no longer accept any new stuff. So I not only get a normal damage he would get, I get level 2 damage, plus 5%. Level 3, buff debuff chance, plus 10%, and so on and so forth. So this guy cannot get any more beefier when it comes to his skills. This guy, he's legendary. I have spent some juice on him to get him up more powerful, and it's worked. You know, I do notice Vraska hits a little harder, but you know, one place where the skills really saved me is this guy. His cooldown came down twice here on this skill that used to be 3 turns, so and then turns into, you know, 2 turns, and then so on and so forth. Very deadly. So great to have him nice and high. So that's their skills, is their attacks and abilities they use in battle. The next thing is ascend. So it literally just makes your gold star pink, and you can only get as many pink stars as you have. Much harder to upgrade the legendary or epic heroes, whatever this guy is, purple guys, to ascend them, I mean. And a lot of times when you ascend heroes, you will get differing abilities that unlock. So, of course, when I press the ascend button, you'll see that players that I can ascend right now that are ready to go, I have enough potions, will have a little red dude. And they'll show me I have 9, 2. So after I've selected the guy, this is the first time this thing's popped up. Well, not the first time for me, but recently. Potion mixer. Boom. Click on that guy. All those 1 potions you had before, you can now liquidate them into 10s. But of course, it costs silver. So, they gotcha, they gotcha. To do that, pretty easy. You just select what you want to do. Make sure you have enough loot, and then press mix. So that's the ascend button. The other thing I wanted to show you about ascend is someone like, about skills, is someone like, let's see, okay, this guy for sure has it. So when this guy ascended to a certain level, this skill became unlocked. So when I got his 3rd star, This Contempt passive level 1 became unlocked. Attacks with this champion's default skill whenever an enemy places a debuff on this champion. And I wish they would take out the level 1 on these passive skills, because you can't upgrade them any further. And it just feels like level 1, you know. So even when I select on the hero, they can tell me that this hero can be upgraded his rank and can be ascended. Okay, I think we'll end this video right here. I think I've touched on everything. Next I'm going to do the champions. And we're not even taking a break. We're just going right into the champions. Okay, so we'll just start at the top of the screen again. So top right again, we have our close button, and then if we move across, it tells me how many heroes I have. So I have 92 heroes, and I have 100 spaces. And then I have the different ways of viewing my heroes. So I usually keep it on this way. But there's this way. I guess if you're like me and you have crap loads of heroes. But the thing about this game that's so lovely is the visual aspect. So holy ponytail. So this guy, you know, so that's why I always like keeping it on this mode. So then going down, again, different ways to arrange my heroes. So I can arrange them. I always keep it on rank though, just so I always know where everyone's at. This lock here, very important. Very important. Maybe the most important thing is make sure it is locked on the heroes you want to not accidentally send to Valhalla. So even my guys that I'm planning on using for food later on are locked up. You know, because you could be upgrading a level and then hit them by accident and then send them in there. And they have the quick buttons from the tavern to the champions and vice versa, so it's easy to switch back and forth. So under the lock button we have the reviews, and then on this, again, it has the Death Knight, level 1, his stars, info, coming soon. So people have gone by and rated the best place to use Death Knight, and according to everyone's vote, one of the best places to read him is arena defense, campaign locations, so on and so forth. One of the worst places, Spider's Den, but it's pretty even. He has one attack, you know. Okay, so we'll see what they said about something about Vrask. He's got 9 reviews. So on Vrask I have a relentless set and critical. He's got a nice amount of health, and I haven't really gone 100% in on him yet, you know. So campaign locations, arena offense. Force Keep, Dragon's Lair, Force Keep, Minotaur's Labyrinth, arena defense. So he's just rated everywhere. Let's see what they want him to wear. All critical in life. That probably would be better than what I have on him. Who knows? Next thing over is, right under that is experience, where he's going, where he's got to be. And then if you look up right under where it says epic in purple, that is his classification, and then underneath that he is an HP type hero. So other heroes you'll see, these guys are all attack up here. Attack, rare, and attack rare. There's support, defense, HP, attack. X is defense. Still haven't got a amulet for him, but I'm hoping and I'm searching. And then underneath that, it's my sets. So if I click on info, it's going to tell me that I have a lifesteal set on, which is a 4 set, and it heals by 30% of damage dealt. And then I have a 2 set of speed, which increases me by 12%. So I believe if you go over now to the right panel, you'll see all of the artifacts I have attached to this hero. Now, artifacts are, if you look at all these guys I have going on over here, sometimes I'll put, like on my skeleton, Death Knight here, I put on, I am not afraid to lose any of this stuff, and when I finally do send this guy to Valhalla, all of this stuff I am going to be gone. Because to take this off, for each piece, I would have to pay 10,000 silver for a 3-star piece. And 5,000 for a 2-star. So it can get pricey when you talk about all his artifacts, especially when a 4-star is 20k. So I put this stuff in the intention of losing it. So when I'm doing a hero, so like this guy here, I still have no idea what I'm doing with this guy. All I know is I'm going to have these 2 speed things on him because they're 15, because they're 5-star. But you know, these guys down here, you know, I just keep them empty because you know, there's so many guys and I can only use 4 at a time. So it's kind of strange. I think I'm the only one that has this strategy in the game, where, because the game doesn't seem like it's made to collect the heroes like this. So that's where I put on the artifacts. Each artifact has a different level, so you can only get, in level 1 you can only get the attack article here, and then the weapon, and then in level 2 you can only get the helmet, so on and so forth. Level 6 the boots, and then in level 7 on every level you can get anything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. That's where I put all of the red dots. Are kind of annoying, I know. I've learned to ignore them. So the different sets there, and then what they do, you can arrange it so that if you have a lot of sets, or if you know what you want, you click the 2 arrows and then it'll show a little more streamlined view. And then you have the close. Let's see if we got any info. Okay, and then you have the sell button and the sort button. I've never pressed the sort button. Yeah, okay. So this is where I would put the artifacts on them. So on this guy, he's a healer. So, but I have on him a vampire set. Haven't even upgraded this thing. Vamp set. Who don't I have a vamp set on? I don't have a vamp set on this girl, I think. Okay, I never use her though, but she has, I was putting this set on her. She has the avenging set and the resistance set. I can't say I use her too much, but I've ascended her. Now what am I going to do? So that's why I think you can only bring 4 heroes into the game. So I think it's important for you to, you know, have a little bit of a plan before, and then, you know, I'm like, they wouldn't put so much thought, and I know a lot of the skins are reused, but they wouldn't have made so much heroes if, you know, they're cool looking. Okay, so removing your artifacts costs a lot of money, so you want to just plan things out in your head a little. After where you put your 6 things, you have underneath that your ring section, where you can only get when you've ascended your hero. No, when you've upgraded his rank to level 4. And then you can only get the necklace, no, amulet it's called, when you have ascended your hero past level 4 or 5. I'm not sure on that. I think it's 5. We'll check another guy right now so there's no beef. It's 5. See how many of those things I have. Okay, so and then the last one is called Banner, and I don't know where they wear that, but I guess maybe they attach it, or maybe some dude holds it in the back. Then you have all your stats. The stats on the left in the white are this chick's base stats. The stats on the right in green are this chick's stats with the perks from my artifacts. The next thing we have is our skills. So they have the skills button here, but you can only really view the skills. And I think the reason they put that in is because when you are hooking up your artifacts to dudes, knowing what the skills are, lets you know what kind of artifacts you need to put on there. So a lot of people go out and ask, but I think they've kind of realized that. So this damage based on attack is something new they put in. So some heroes, they'll have damage based on defense, which is kind of strange, but that's how they do it. Not strange, it's the way they do it. It's the raid way. Admonish, and you can check out her skills and see how much you've upgraded the skill level. And then if you see, some heroes will have who's a dude? There's lots of them. This guy probably. No. Yes. Okay, see how this guy has the exclamation mark there? When he gets ascended to level 3, he attacks one enemy, has a 15% chance of placing an extra hit. So when he hits that level 3, he gets an extra ability on top of his normal attack where he can get an extra turn. So often when they have this, it is very useful. So that's one of the dilemmas for me, is now that we are in pre-release, I don't know who is going to be pimp and who is going to be dimp. Okay, the next thing we're going to check out is Masteries. And Masteries is the third tab here on the right in the blue section, and the last thing we're going to do in this video. So this guy, I have done the Masteries with him. So since I can get no more 30 Masteries, I can't use my lowest denomination scrolls. They have maxed out. The next amount I need to save up for, I believe, is 80 green scrolls. So again, I've only really brought guys through the dungeon to get the scrolls for Masteries that I know I am going to go with. So some guys I have not. And Masteries just give you perks already on your heroes. So one day there will be a full video out on this stuff, but for now, this is what we got. So to unlock this guy, I would need 30 scrolls, and this perk would give me, increases the amount of healing and the value of shield buffs this champion receives by 5%. So this guy, Lich, he does have a shield buff thing. I'm not sure if it's a shield or what is it, but he has something as cocoon mode where he gives him 20%. So potentially if this thing did work with him, he would get an extra 5%. So you're talking life to death stuff, these Masteries. Especially if you know the heroes that you know you're going to go with. You want to figure out which is the right path and best path for you. That concludes this video of an intro to Raid Shadow Legends. I hope you enjoyed it. It is a fun game. One of my favorite part about it is opening shards. And remember, if you're playing dungeons and you get more than one green shard at a time, check your underwear, because you just sharded. And this is Sir Big Mart signing out. Raid Shadow Legends.